All right, good morning, everybody. I'm probably going to do a live later, but if y'all can see, behind there is a corn. It's in the garden. I think that's corn. I got 3 corns in here. I put delicata squash. We'll see if it pops up. Marigolds, but my seeds may be too old. We'll give it a couple of weeks and see. My ginger's coming up. If you guys see this stuff right here, this is cocoa corn. We're going to talk about that. It's a mulch coconut. It's compressed. Ginger's coming up. And that over there is sweet potato. And that actually comes from just a store-bought sweet potato. It's the potato started growing. And I took the growth part, put it in some water till it sprouted some roots. And then transplanted out here in the garden. That's the spearmint. He's okay. I don't think he likes the sun as much. But for now, that's where he's sitting. It's mint a weed, so it'll survive. That's the mint, and then in the back, I don't know if y'all can see that. Let me zoom in a little bit. In the back is marigold again. Those are yard loans and just marigolds. So at least 3 of them popped. I put 4 out here, so 2 reds and 2 greens. 3 have popped. I don't know if the other one will come up. If not, that's fine. More corn. This is a baby corn. These are like the Asian stir-fry corn. And behind there, behind the cuke, that's a lemon cucumber. And I put a couple in there, so we'll see how they do. This is a black crumb tomato. I put some glazed basil in there. I don't know if it'll come up. We'll see. And some carrots. I'll see if that'll come up. Not sure. Hold on. Let me zoom back out a little bit. Okay, y'all see. Carrots, tomato, black crumb. He's doing good. Spicy globe. That's my sweet mint in the back. He's doing good. Here, I planted a pineapple tomato. I don't know if he'll come up, but the beets are coming up. I put some eggplant in there too. We'll see if they come up. They may take a few weeks. This right here is lettuce and bunching onions. So that's lettuce and bunching onions. And I had a striped Roman tomato, but I hadn't transplanted them yet, and I set them over there where the mint was, and I think he got too hot and he didn't do good. So I've actually planted some more seeds of him, and we'll see if he pops up. And then y'all can see that's the bin of the cocoa corn. We'll talk about that in a minute, because that actually is kind of garden changing. I'm going to be using that in the future from here on out, especially for bags. We'll talk about that in a minute. That right there is an indigo rose tomato. I think he's a determinate. So indeterminate, if I remember correctly, so I'm just going to spin off the top of my head, it's either vice versa. Indeterminate are the ones, they'll grow like really, really big. And they'll get extremely big. I think I got a flower possibly coming. Well, look. So they'll get really, really big. They can grow up to, I think, 6-9 feet. They can get big. They're more like a bush vine or whatever. And they come up like almost like a bushy vine or whatever. They just grow. Indeterminate, and they can actually just keep growing all season. I'm gonna go out a little bit. They can grow out all season. So I like tomatoes, fresh tomatoes. It's the difference between a tomato you grow in a garden and that tomato you get in the store. Flavor will change your life. Indigo rose is going to be a cherry, so a small tomato. I think he's a determinate variety, but you can have the ones that are big tomatoes that are determinate. And what determinate means is that they grow only through their season, and then they die off usually. So they produce what they're going to produce, and then it's done. So that one, I had 2 of them, but I believe a tomato hornworm got one of them, and he ate them in half. He was chomping on that. So that's the other thing, guys. If you have tomato plants, make sure, I'm just checking them right now while I'm talking to you, you get something called BT. B like boy, T like Tom. BT is it's for caterpillars, and what a tomato hornworm is a caterpillar. So make sure you spray it down with that, and especially after watering, any water on the leaves, you want to spray it down. And just come out even once, if you don't water, periodically, and spray it. Every time I do like a mist or a spray, any water gets on those leaves, I come back out with BT. And I noticed that since I've been doing that, my tomato hornworm has not, he may be gone, because my understanding is if he eats any of the plant that has those, the BT on it, it will basically, he dies. So anyway, back to this one. So this one died. I tried to plant him and see if he'd come back. He didn't. So I ordered some seeds. We'll see. And I don't normally order seeds from Amazon, but I only wanted a packet, and they had somebody on there that had them. So I said, well, let me try it. So I put 2 seeds in there. We'll see if they pop. I think it takes, how many days? A couple weeks, I think. Hold on, I'm trying to see if I put that on any of these. No, I didn't put, I'm trying to see if I put on any of them. No, I didn't put on there how long it takes. So normally I think it takes anywhere from 7 to 10 days or something like that. So it hasn't been a full couple of weeks yet. And I just been gradually planting. So I'm a little bit late in my planting, but that's okay. Arizona, we're zone 9. I can't remember A or B. But, and also our weather, even if I plant late, my stuff could grow well into past its season, because our winters are cold, our transitions into cooler temperatures, our summers last longer. So it stays warm here, so the plants will grow. This tomato plant here, that's the Indigo Rose Cherry. I'm doing that one. And I just ordered one from Baker Creek. This one should be here hopefully tomorrow or Tuesday. And it's a Charlotte tomato. It looks really good. So right now I have a tomato Cherokee purple I planted, waiting for tomato pineapple. I'm waiting for the striped Roman to pop again. And then for the garden bed, y'all can see I'm still pouring bleach on my little friend there, and there's some on the side, but it didn't grow anymore. I think it's dried out, because as I've been watering, I noticed, but I still pour bleach on them because I don't know how far down the dog vomit fungus is, because it can be down into the soil because it comes up. So I'm still pouring, and I'm not using that cell in the block at all. So I've been still pouring bleach on him. Behind him, I just planted flowers. So red poppies, I don't know if they'll pop up. It's an old batch of seeds, so I don't know if it'll come up. If it don't, I'll plant something else. I also put some marigolds throughout here. Marigolds are supposed to be pollinators. And I may order some more marigold seed, because I don't know if any of my marigolds are really going to pop up. Hopefully they will. If they do, they don't. They do, they do, they don't, they don't. I'll order some more. On the herb bed, zoom out a little bit. I'll zoom in. The oregano's coming up. The parsley's coming up. I haven't seen anything else pop. And I know you guys are seeing that stuff, but if the plant is strong enough to get through that little cocoa core, which is really actually light, it should be able to do well. And plus that keeps the moisture in. I have a piece of, I think it was a seed that got loose, and it's parsley. And I just planted all this, so we'll see how long. If I don't see my rosemary pop, I'm actually going to go get some rosemary plants, because I like rosemary, especially fresh rosemary. Yeah, we're trying to get it. Oh, I got eggplant planted too, so I don't know if it's going to come up. We'll see. Like I said, no, the eggplant seeds are new. So 7 to 14 days. So once I see the eggplant start popping, I should be seeing tomatoes popping. The corn and the beans just popped up, and that's been, I don't even know if it's been a week. So it hasn't even really been a week. And the lettuce says about 2 to 4 days, so it just started popping up. So, and the onions was 4 to 10 days, so they start popping up. Over here, these bags are empty, but these are all going to be tomato and something else. Over there, that's a tomatillo, a pepper, and it's called a jelly melon. It's called kawano. It's an African melon. It's an African fruit. And let's see if I can get y'all in. See over there? I don't know if I can see that. Over there. It's an African fruit, and I just planted that a couple days ago. So this is kind of the garden and what's going on. Let me go get the tripod and I'm going to turn this around. And I may be doing a live here. Well, I am going to probably do a live today. And I might sit out here and talk to y'all and do it. Anyway, peace. Stay on here. I'm going to just get the camera and turn it around. All right. And then the cloth, Miss Linda's coming with the ladder Thursday. So we can, because y'all can see it. See how it's bulged? That's not supposed to be like that. So we're going to get the screwdriver and the drill and get this fixed. And then y'all see that over there. That's like it's supposed to be like a net trellis. But what I want to do, I need to get to Home Depot and pick up, it's called cattle panel. And it's metal, and I want the metal. It's like people use it for a trellis. So I'm gonna get the metal one and have that installed. I can do that myself. So I'll have to go to Home Depot and I'll probably do that hopefully this week, maybe Thursday. And that one behind the grill is coming down. Eventually what I'd like to get over there is, if I can find it, I need corrugated roofing, and I would like just some used version of it. I want to put it behind the grill because it's metal, and that whenever you grill, you're not really having to concern yourself with, fire against that wood, because the wood is old and dry. So I usually stay out here until I get the fire down, but you could actually, grill without having to worry about it. So I want to put behind there, it's called corrugated roofing, and I think I would like to put it on this whole fence and do that. And then, yeah, we got a lot of little things we're doing. This down here, I'll be doing some more cleanup, but as y'all can see, this over here is cleaner. Oh, and so back to this cocoa core. See, this is a compressed box. It's like a block and it's compressed. And you put it in a bin or a wheelbarrow or whatever, put water on it, and then it expands. And then you use it as a mulch. Well, I'm gonna tell you, it's life-changing in grow bags. Because here in Arizona, it gets so hot that I noticed I had a hard time last year and my garden wasn't successful because, and it's the first year I used grow bags. That's the first year I had used grow bags, was last year when I was here. And it was not successful because the tops dried out too far, and that's where you're putting your seeds, is mainly on the top. So with the cocoa core and it's light, you can put your plants in there. You see, this is just lettuce. And with the little cocoa core lettuce and some, y'all can see, y'all see little hairy things, that's onions. So the lettuce and the onions, they just came up through there. So I know that should not impact this over here. So whatever basil and whatever, those seeds, if they're okay, they'll come up. If not, I'll get some more seeds, because some of the seeds, like I said, are old, so they may not pop. And I may just need a new batch of seeds, so that's fine. Tomato Cherokee Purple, that's not old. And I usually plant 2 seeds at a time, unless it's like little seeds. So the little seeds I just distribute like I did with the onions and the lettuce or carrots. But if it's, larger seeds, I usually plant 2. And like the tomatoes, I planted 2. So what I'm gonna do is see what 2 tomatoes come up. We go from there. And even here, y'all see, I did my watermelon here. I did 2 watermelon seeds, so whichever comes up. Those are old too, so I might have to get some new ones. The eggplant, I did 2 seeds. The tomatoes, I did 2 seeds. And if anything pops, cool. If it doesn't, it just tells me I need to get new seeds. Because the tomato brandy one, pink, might be older. And the accordion, I think, is older. So, and then these are I'll put some herbs in here or something in here. I haven't decided what I'm putting in there yet. And we'll get those planted. But overall, this is what's going on. I'm hoping the other yard loan comes along, but I got at least 3. So I know I got 2, either 2 greens and a red or 2 reds and a green. I don't know which is which. 2 of them popped up first, the 2 big ones, and it looks like the other one came up later. So I think it just really depends. We'll see what happens. I've been seeing a lot of hoverflies, which hoverflies are good because they can pollinate too. I've had a bee visit, and then as I was over here, let me go to the tomato plant. I was over here looking, and I'm going to be doing some trimming on him in a minute. If y'all can see, I don't know if y'all can see this, but we got buds. So, we got some buds. I don't know if y'all can see. See, so we got some tomatoes coming. I think I've seen about 3 or 4. So I'm gonna do some pruning on him for the lower to get some of the growth away from here so they can help the thing. Some people pinch off the tomatoes and let it go up a little bit more, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna leave mine alone. Oh, it looks like we got a couple coming up here. So I got 2, and what I'm noticing is where it's real furry at is where you start seeing the tomatoes. So I'm gonna go down here and trim some of the lower leaves off and help that energy go up to the rest of the plant. Plus, I don't like the lower leaves at the bottom too much. So I'll trim that off today and get down there and do some trimming, and go from there. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Yep. And see, that one, you can see where he came in. This plant actually bounced back from a tomato hornworm. That black because I can see where he, so if y'all can see, he got in here. I don't know if y'all can see in here. Y'all can see in here. He ate that. He ate off over there. This little piece right here. That was him. Little butthole. So I'm gonna get up in here and trim some leaves, but yeah. Anyway, I'm turning this around. All right, y'all. So I'm probably gonna do a live here in a minute. I came out here to kind of check on the status of the garden, and come out here and check because you want to check your insect issues. I want to see what was popping, and then I'm also planning to, I'm gonna plant some more stuff today. I'm gonna order. Originally was gonna do this as taking the bins and turning them into wicking beds, but I think I'm gonna stick with the garden bags. Yeah, I think I may stick with that. The bins I'm using are clear, and they recommend a dark bin, so I was going to use what I have. I do have some dark ones in the house, but I noticed like the tan one, if it sits out here in the sun, it don't last long. And it started cracking with the heat, but I just use it to mix stuff. So I'm already going to use those to mix some dirt once I clean them out. And I'll use them to mix dirt and stuff. But yeah, the bags don't last long. And I mean the bins, so I'm gonna probably just use garden bags. And I get these little blocks, and they're not expensive, from Home Depot. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I'm probably gonna buy about 6 more of them, and put them down there, and every block will sit a garden bag. And I'll have some more stuff over here that's shade related over on this side, which is probably going to be some mint. I'm going to do, because I want some peppermint and I'm in chocolate mint. So I'm ordering those plants Thursday from Burpee. And then I'm going to go to Home Depot and pick up some stuff that I need there. Some people tell you not to use Miracle Grow because it's part of Monsanto, which there's a lot of negative stuff about Monsanto. This is their organic choice. So obviously to market and try to be some, it was on sale. I bought it. I actually like it. It has moisture control properties in it that I like. But I also get some other things that I've gotten from Ace. They've had a raised bed mix that I like. But I'm probably going to go up there and pick it up because they have it on sale right now, $6.99 if you're an Ace member. $6.99 a package in their ads. So I'm probably going to go pick up some from there. These 3 bags all came from Costco. They were on sale, and they deliver them right to the house. So I've got right now 2, 4 in a open bag, so 5 bags of soil, and I'll probably just get some more and sit it to the side. But I do like the organic choice. I think it's a good starting mix because it's light and it doesn't have as much clumpy stuff as what I've seen in some of my other natural products. Some people go and they shake out the clumpy stuff so that you can get a seed starter mix. I ain't doing all that. So I just decided, you know, if the plant can push through whatever's in that mix that I put down, then it's a survivor. So, and most of the stuff has popped. Using that same mix, I used what I had last year, and then I put some of the organic choice on top, and I put my seeds in and put the organic, and it just came up. So stuff is popping. We'll see what we got coming up in a couple of weeks. Like I said, if I don't see the Cherokee purple probably by the end of next week, or any of the tomato plants, with the exception of the striped Roman, because the striped Roman I just planted a few days ago. But if I don't see any of these by next Sunday, then I'll have to get new seed. Or what I may do is I could actually cut off. No, I'm probably going to go with those. I'll get some new seed. And go from there. The Cherokee's not that old, though. I think that was a newer one. Or is it tonight? I can't remember. The Indigo Rose, though, I really liked. I like that one. He's taken a little bit of time growing. He was a little leggy at first to me. But he's taking a little time growing, but he's popping up. He's just taking a little time. So I don't know. We may not need to. If he's a type of tomato, I'm going to research him. I think he's going to be an indeterminate or determinate. And I don't think he's going to be bushy. I think he's going to grow tall. So we may be able to just put a stake in him opposed to a tomato cage. And these tomato cages are not the best. There are some ones you can order that are much better. And I may end up ordering them, but they're expensive. Because like really strong tomato cages can cost you $50 to $60. And there's some that I really want is from Gardener's Supply. And it's like this square one. I saw it on Epic Gardening, and the first time he was in his, I think, apartment or whatever, going in the front yard. And when he first was like, oh, I like that cage. You can get it from Garden Supply. So I'm probably going to go that route. He's going to stay, the tomato plant that's there, I'm going to leave him there. He's doing okay right there. And this is going to come over, so he'll get a little bit more shade. But if you're in Arizona, last year my tomato plants were over here against the wall, and I didn't have this canopy, and they did not do well. I think I got a baby tomato, that was it. No tomato production. It was, that plant, it was struggling. That thing struggled the whole time. It was struggling. So if you do go that route, I would definitely say make sure you put your tomatoes in a shaded area. Not too shady, but definitely some sort of shade. They still get sun. Like there's still sun coming here, but it's filtered. So they're not beat to death, because our heat, it was way too much for them. It's like that tomato plant. That baby's struggling. He's struggling, but he's hanging in there. But what has happened, that cocoa core made a difference, because it keeps the moisture locked in. So that's one of the things. And then I'm ordering a mister system. So I have the one at the bottom, but I'm going to be ordering a longer one that goes all the way around and the top. And then I'm also getting a filter put in here to filter out the calcium so it doesn't clog them. But I'm going to put it in, and he's going to go all the way around and do that. And then I'm getting a new splitter, and then this splitter is going to drop down. So we got plans. We working on it. But yeah, Amazon, I'm gonna order the same. This little mister system I really liked. It did a really good job. So I'm gonna order another one, and I use it kind of as a watering thing. It kind of waters the plant, so it keeps it nice and cool out here. So I'm probably gonna. Actually, I think I'm gonna turn him on here in a minute, and let him go, because yesterday was 103, something like that here. So it was warm. But I just saw that I got some other stuff coming up, so I got to go in here and get the scissors, and I'm going to trim some stuff and just get the bottom leaves out the way. Anything that looks like to me it's not worth being down there, I'm going to move it so that it can just give life to the upper part. And I see a couple leaves. Everything's getting ready to get some trimming, because I want the bushier part up. That bottom part I want mainly as the stock, and the rest of it up. So I'm getting ready to do that right now. Anyway, I'll probably be doing a live here, guys, in about maybe a half an hour, if that. I'm gonna get out here, trim this plant, and then we'll set up a live here, and I'll be doing that in about 30 minutes. I'm gonna upload this. Y'all, 2 and 2. This is my little ugly garden series. I'm gonna call it the ugly garden because it's nothing fancy. Peace. All right, I was talking to y'all about the cocoa core and then got off subject. I got the glasses on. If you get the cocoa core and you put it on top, it helps keep the moisture in the plant. So if you do the garden bags and you're in areas like mine where it dries out, that compressed cocoa core is a good mulch on top. Some people use straw, but I like that cocoa core. I've noticed it helps with having to water as frequently. Because like I said, Arizona dries out. It's get hot. It's 103 and the top is dried. So the mister system has been a game changer. I'm going to put a top mister system on just even to keep that back area cooler. And also to kind of mist over where you saw the corn and stuff. Corn doesn't need as much moisture, but it's going to need water. And so I've got like 3 plants over there. So it gives it just enough, and it's a light moisture. So anyway, that's the only thing I almost forgot to talk about the cocoa core. So yeah, the mulch for the cocoa core, good choice. I'm going to get an extra set here from Costco here the next week, as a matter of fact. All right, we're going to trim some of this. So like trimming. Stuff that just doesn't seem like it means much is being trimmed. All right. Yep. So I trimmed, y'all can see, I trimmed everything down there because I don't leave sitting, and I want most of my energy going to the top. So all that's been trimmed. So hopefully that'll give some energy to the top part of the plant. I might do the same. How are we doing over here? He's okay. Trying to see, do I want to get rid of him? Okay. Yeah, I want the energy going up. I don't know if y'all can see that. I just took that. I don't know if I'm taking that other one. So I took him off. All right. That's it for the garden thing. All right, guys.